Welcome. We're going to play paint. I hope you're doing well in your world. Tonight's painting is a 9 by 14. And the weird thing is, to me, it doesn't look like it's perfect in dimensions, but I think it'll be perfect for my purposes. That's the thing. It's a blank canvas and it's not perfect. Imagine that, you know? I was thinking about that. Where do we get the idea of what is perfect? If it's going to be, whatever it is, human body, it's perfect, right? It's perfect. It functions for whatever your journey is going to be about. There's so much we don't understand about life, about our bodies, about our experience on planet Earth. And I am constantly getting little hits about that, little insights. And so tonight I'm going to share a few of those with you while I figure out what I'm going to do in the painting. Okay, this is 11 by 14. I made a mistake. 11 by 14. It's all prepped. I've got some pins on the bottom for the purpose of keeping the paint off the bottom. Try to keep it as clean as I can, although that's not going to happen. I know that already. What I want to do is show you one of the newer ones that I've done that I've just sealed, and I think you're going to love it. I know you're going to love it because it is it's just fun. This was totally done with brush, and so oops, don't get carried away here. It's yeah, I hope you can see that. But it is a little harder to see, as I say all the time. Once it's sealed, there's a glare, and that does make it a little bit harder. I felt like I was looking through kind of fog, almost like a plane coming down, and through the fog, seeing a bit of the tops of some mountains and this huge, delicious cloud. So tonight I'm going to be working on, like I said, on this. It's going to be a different technique, so I don't know what's going to happen. But you know, I was thinking about something that's been said all my life about anything worth having is worth fighting for, or anything worth having is, you know, you got to put in the hard work. If it comes easy, you know, then you won't appreciate it. And I really think that is BS, 100% BS, because there's a lot of things that I can think of in life that come easy that are wonderful. I mean, it comes easy when you go outside and see nature. It's easy. It's not hard work to appreciate what's shown up. I mean, yes, a seed takes time, it has to, you know, germinate, the sun, a little bit of water to become what it's going to be. And it's the same with the painting. It takes time, but there's ease. There can be ease. If I try to force myself with my art, if I try to force myself to do something, sure, some people say, well, yeah, that's a challenge. It is a challenge. It's always a challenge. I'm exploring with different colors and different mixes and different consistencies. It's a challenge, and it's fun. I'm not trying to prove anything to you or to myself even. I'm just simply enjoying the creation process. And I think that this glorification of what I use that word all the time, but that's how our world has been. We glorify things like battles, wars, even killing for the right reasons, you know, which is ridiculous. It's still, it's about the lowest way we can solve a problem, as far as I'm concerned. It's lazy. It's desperation. It's what we do when we've lost all intellect and heart. we resort to violence. And, you know, I know that through my life, the things that have come easy to me, a lot of times I consider those my gifts, you know. And I was talking to someone today and saying, you know, we often say that, especially as artists, if it's a gift, oh, well, then you should give it away. No, we all come here with gifts. We all come to this planet with gifts. And I think of that as our currency. That's our true currency. That's the, we have a body, we have, you know, talents, skills, gifts, things that seem to come easy to us, that they don't come easy to other people. And I think those are the things we're meant to cultivate, practice, explore, excuse me, and use for our benefit. We're meant to, if being creative, as I am, creative and artistic, is my gift, it's given to me so I can share it with you. And the currency that we use on the planet is money. So it makes sense to be well paid, well compensated for sharing that gift, for cultivating it, for honoring it, right? Instead of, you know, I worked for years in the bank. Yes, I could do that part of it, but that wasn't really my gift. That was toil. That was labor. That was something that served the corporate mindset, the corporate system. Whereas, and I'm not saying we don't need it, because there are people who I think their gift is with numbers. It's with economics. It's with figuring out those kinds of things, what works, systems, and how they work, and data, and all that kind of thing. And there's other people whose gifts are music and singing and dance and expressing. And that's what I think we miss. That's where I think we get depressed, we get sad, we get frustrated when we're following a path that ignores our gifts. And we're often told that as we're growing up, as children. Oh, that's really great that you love doing that and that you really are good at it, but can you make a living at it? And I don't know. I feel like we've lost something there. There's making a living and there's making a life. And there's a place for everything. And I'm not saying that, you know, there's toil, you know, cleaning toilets and housework and all that stuff, but you can make it joyful. It doesn't have, you can be creative when you're doing it. You can dance while you're cleaning the house and sing, and right? You can make life more joyful, especially when you embrace your gifts. So that's the energy that I'm in tonight, is really focusing on where's the joy? Where's the joy in life? What life is not, we're not meant to be born, toil, work, hoard, consume, produce, and then die. When you think about it, the highlights of your life are rarely that. They're usually shared laughter, love, embracing nature, being amazed at the creativity. And I get excited, you know, taking this blank canvas and then allow my creativity and inspiration to come out and then see what happens, because every single painting I've ever created didn't exist until I created it. And I always think of that when, from a spiritual point of view, when I think about the little human, you know, when it's the energies that create all that is, and when a new human is formed and the creator says, oh my goodness, look at this one. It's so unique, it's so individual, I've never made one like that before. And I know, you know, the creator is not a human, but there's something about that energy that makes me really excited. And, you know, we as humans will look at the new baby and start critiquing it right away. Is it perfect? Of course it's perfect. It exists. You know, the perfect rose, yes, they're all perfect. The perfect human, yes, we're all perfect. Perfect in the sense not to compare, not as far as aesthetics go, not as far as you know, the dimensions. Is their eye, nose, mouth, is it all exactly where it's supposed to be? How do we know? We don't know. We aren't the creator. We don't know if it's where it's supposed to be. I mean, we assume, right? There's certain things that function better when they're in certain places, or how many arms and legs we have and all that jazz. I think we've just got some really mixed messages. And so I'm going to, I like to share a little of my philosophical insights with you, and I hope they bring you some insight or some joy or a laugh if you like. Yeah, it's about sharing, it's about connecting. And connecting with you is really a pleasure for me. And it's why I don't, you know, get too excited about whether I've got makeup on or all that stuff, because it's not a fashion show, it's not a beauty show. It's creation, and creation is messy, right? And it's birthing, you know, when you are delivering a child, you don't worry about if you got makeup on. Most people don't. It's a process. You're going to get into a creative process, and you're going to see what happens. What didn't exist is going to exist by the time I'm done. And I hope that you're going to enjoy the process with me. And if you do, please like this video, share it. I'm noticing that, you know, and appreciating very much all the likes, all the shares, comments, and that helps me to grow the channel, because I do think we can't change the energy of chaos and violence and hate in the world by just being involved in that. If we want something different, we have to do something different, as Einstein said. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just as concerned as any of you about what's going to happen in our world, but I think the chances of something good happening, really good, is going to be more when we do good things along the way. It's, you know, I was reminded of that today. It's not the end, it's the path, it's the process. That's where the fun is, that's where the juice is, that's where the learning is. And every time I create a new painting, I learn something about myself, about my insights, developing my intuition to be more clear. And so, yeah, I hope you really have a chance to consider some of the things I'm saying. And if you like what I'm saying, or if you have something to add to it, or you want to comment, please do. I really appreciate that interaction, that connection, because I do believe we're all one. And that's what Namaste is all about. I can see in you that part of creator that is also in me, and that is in everything. And we're about to create something right now. And so I will stop talking, get my gloves on, get this sort of set up, and I'll, as much as possible, I will put on the screen the different colors paint I'm using and so forth. And I'm probably not going to talk a lot while I'm doing it, because I just like to meditate and let go while I'm relaxed into it. And so I'll find some music to play. And then at the end, I will show you the dry results, and also a few other paintings. Plus, I do want to remind you, because of shipping and because of the holiday season gets very busy for shipping and so forth, if you want something before the holidays, and depending on what's happening in Canada with Canada Post, please order early. The same with the calendars. They're out now for 2025 with a different feature every month, a different painting and a different insight or quote from me, and then the fashions. So there's so many good. I mean, if you want a gift for someone that's totally unique, and they're not in stores, they're created by me through my art, through my design, and they're made in Montreal, Canada, and they're ethically made, and they're washable, and they're such good quality. They really take a lot of care in making my products, and I'm so happy to be able to bring them to you. I've got pouches, which make perfect gift. You know, you can combine a tote and a pouch and a scarf. There's kimonos, there's bathrobes, there's towels, so you can spruce up your home with some pillow covers and things like that. Lots of small gifts, as well as dresses and athletic wear, like casual wear, I'll call it. Some nice Melton knit pants and ponchos, perfect for this season, and all very unique, and I think you're going to really love them. So I'll put the links in the description below to So FineTastic Fashions, all designed by me, my fashion line. And of course the paintings, you go to the website and you can see the new releases, and you can see other ones that are still haven't sold yet on the website. I do have quite a few because I paint a lot, and I sell a lot, but I paint a lot. So there's going to be something for you, for your home, to raise the vibration, or your office, your waiting room, just to be really unique and different. And having an original piece of art is always going to be a real nice energy for you. So that's my message for tonight, and let's get painting. Play, play, play. And happy, happy November, because I think it's going to be fun. you.